y'all. It's Kim Hess here with Kim Hess Yoga, and Chief and I don't know where he went, he's around here somewhere, are going to guide you through a yummy yin yoga tonight. I've got, it's going to be kind of different, a little bit special tonight, because I'm going to start out with a mudra and meditation that is going to be very helpful in guiding you through these crazy times of isolation and self-quarantine. And then I'll guide you through another meditation at the end of class that hopefully will give you a little peace. I'm hoping he's not going to get noisy. He'll be fine once I get started, I'm sure. Anyway, so before I get started, I'm going to demonstrate the mudra up close, and then I'll explain how to do it again. So this is, you're going to interlace your fingers like backwards with the right finger on top. So it'll be like this, just at the first section, and then come down. So the fingers are pointed down and the thumbs touch like this. So it forms a heart. Kind of really does it. Kind of looks like it there, turning sideways. So it'll be like that. So just interlace the fingers upside down with the right finger. So the right finger will be towards your heart, and we'll hold that towards the heart. So that's kind of what it looks like. And okay, so let me get back where you can see me. All right, so we're going to start in just a comfortable position, seated position. If you've got a bolster, blanket, or pillow, because we will be using that throughout the class, specifically at the end of class, go ahead and grab that right now if you don't have it already with you. And hop right here. And if you've got any essential oils that are grounding for you, I like to use frankincense. It helps ground me, and it helps put you in a meditative state of mind. So just put that in the palm of my hand. A few deep breaths. And then I just rub it into my face. There. Okay. Yeah. There's my boy. All right. So I'm going to begin here by doing an invocation taught to me by my teacher, Ashley Turner. Dwelling in the self, I am a seed. Pulled towards the world, I separate from thee. Expanding, I experience the various aspects of life. Now I withdraw my mind from the flow of the world and offer my life to thee, so that you may flow through me, revealing the realities of birth and death. I empty myself to be filled by thee. I relinquish the world and take refuge in thee. You guide the way, offering strength and support. I shut out the noise of the world so that I may hear your voice. You protect me and dispel my fears. Illusion falls away. Some kids just ran by outside, and so he got a little excited. Come here, Pumpkin. Come here, Pumpkin. Okay, so, hey, Liz. Oh, I miss you. Okay. So, here we go. Come here, Pumpkin. All right, so I'm going to introduce the mudra I showed you earlier, the Purna Hridaya mudra. And this is the gesture of the open heart. I chose this mudra for multiple reasons, multiple levels. This is the gesture of the open heart. It is for the Manomaya Kosha, the psycho-emotional body. Right now, I'm sure you, as well as myself, are going on this crazy roller coaster of a ride of emotions. And sometimes I don't know if I'm up or down or what's going on. I mean, it's just from one minute to the next. It's different. So this helps us get in touch with that psycho-emotional body, that mental emotional body. So this mudra helps to honor the thoughts and feelings that we're having. It's important that we acknowledge them and feel them and see them and honor them in order for us to stay whole and to stay sane, if you will, rather than just push them down and not really take a look at them. So this mudra, Purna Hridaya Mudra, gesture of the open heart, will help us with that on the psycho-emotional in the realm. But it also, because of where it's held, so again, you're going to interlace the fingers with the right finger on top going down just at the first section, and bring the hands down, touching the tips of the finger down, so it forms like, it looks like a little heart when you do it. And then that will rest right over the heart center. And by doing this and bringing this here, this mudra also helps to activate and stimulate this entire heart center area, which includes the heart and the lungs. And we really want to keep our lungs healthy right now and full of clean air. And so by using this mudra, it brings that energy and that stimulation in the air, really focusing on the lung area. This mudra also, it releases the muscular constriction from the chest. It improves breath capacity, which is very important right now. It enhances our immunity system as well. So you can see all of these things are exactly what we're reading right now. And it also helps support the treatment of depression. It could be very, very easy to become depressed in these isolated times. I encourage all of you to use your FaceTime, use Zoom, Skype, whatever it is, to connect with as many people as you can outside of the home virtually, and praises for our technology. So I know that just by doing these live videos, I don't feel so all alone. I mean, I've got my chief here with me. He's awesome, but not having that human interaction, this really supports me. So I'm very, very grateful that I have this opportunity to share my practices with you. Okay, so let's start. You can go ahead and take that mudra, holding it in front of the heart, allowing the shoulders to relax. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. Otherwise, just gaze softly at the floor, sitting up nice and tall and just breathing into the body. And holding this mudra, take several breaths just to attune to the feelings and sensations awakened by this gesture. Just allow your breaths to be natural. Noticing where the breath is coming, what's happening with the body. With each inhalation, sense your rib cage expanding evenly. And with each exhalation, your chest, side ribs, and upper back soften and relax completely. As the rib cage expands and softens with your breath, take some time, take a few breaths to sense a growing sense of openness within the heart center. As your heart center opens gradually, you embrace the psycho-emotional being more easily, welcoming in thoughts and feelings, allowing them to arise and pass away freely. Let's begin by allowing a positive thought to arise while experiencing the feeling that naturally accompanies it. This can be any positive thoughts, could be thoughts of gratitude. It's very important to bring forth that sense of gratitude during this time. Again, just experiencing the feeling that comes with these thoughts. Allow the feeling to simply be. And as you embrace it without resistance, you will begin to sense it as a wave of pure energy, riding this wave easily in synchronicity with your breathing. With each inhaling breath, ride this feeling to its crest. And with each exhalation, experience greater ease and release throughout the entire psycho-emotional being. As you ride the wave of positive feeling with greater ease, take several more breaths to sense how your heart center is nourished with vital energy. As your heart opens more completely, gradually develop the ability to welcome even challenging thoughts and feelings as simply waves of pure energy. To deepen this ability, invite a difficult thought to arise within your being and experience the feeling that accompanies it naturally. This may be feelings of fear or anxiety that are happening right now during this time. It could be feelings of, fear of a loved one passing, or the fear of change, of not understanding if there's financial crisis, or whatever it is. It's all different for every one of us. Just allow that thought and the feeling that accompanies it to arise. Breathe into this need to sense this challenging feeling as a wave of pure energy that you ride together with your breathing. With each inhaling breath, welcome any tension or resistance that arises. With each exhalation, allow this tension to be released, riding the wave of feeling with greater lightness and ease. As you ride this wave of feeling with greater ease, take several breaths now to sense how your heart center is naturally filled with serenity and peace. Continue to hold the Purna Hridaya mudra. As your heart center is bathed in serenity, you naturally embrace your psycho-emotional being more easily and completely. Affirm your growing ease as you repeat the following. Riding my waves of feeling, I sense greater ease in my psycho-emotional being. Riding my wave of feeling, I sense greater ease in my psycho-emotional being. Go ahead and slowly release the gesture, keeping the eyes closed if they're closed. Just noticing what you notice. Begin to allow the inhales to lengthen the spine now as we move into the physical body. Dropping the chin to the chest. Just breathe into the neck and the top of the shoulders. Inhale, lifting the chin up. Opening the throat and the top of the chest. And release the chin back to a neutral position. Continue to lengthen through the spine, reaching that crown upwards. We're going to drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. And over to the opposite side. adjust that chin, just moving the chin just ever so slightly can change the stretch, looking for that sweet spot. And coming back up, again, reaching the crown upwards, take the chin over the left shoulder. And all the way around to the opposite side. Coming back to center, again lengthening through the crown, reaching that crown upward. Drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. I love all the flying hearts. You guys are awesome. And opposite side. And coming back up to neutral. We're going to drop the chin to the chest one more time. And we're going to imagine that chin as a drawing tool, and we're going to draw a very large, very slow circle in front of the face, making that circle as big as you possibly can. I don't know about you, but I've got Rice Krispie neck, snap, crackle, pop. When you complete one direction, switch directions. Back to a neutral position. Let's place the hands on the mat in front of us and just gently walk those hands forward, lowering down as far as you can comfortably. And I emphasize comfortably, we're just moving very slow. This is to be yummy and not painful. So listen to your body first and foremost. Remember, I get paid the big bucks just to make suggestions. Your body is your teacher. I like to gently sway back and forth a little bit, giving a nice stretch to that area over the kidneys. And we'll slowly come back up. And now we're going to switch how we have our legs crossed for balance. So whichever one was in front, switch that. And slowly come forward one more time. Again, breathing into the hips. She thinks he's a dog. And breathing here. And slowly coming back up. We're going to place the hands. We're going to place the hands behind the back now. Bring the shoulder blades together, and as you push down into the mat, lift the heart, lift the chin, and breathe into the front of the body. And release the chin, shoulders back over the hips, left hand down beside the hip, right arm comes up and over. And yes, I do know my right from my left. I don't know how this is coming across on the screen, but I'm used to mirroring these, so I do the opposite. Using that supporting arm, you can take yourself deeper or not so deep. You can move the shoulder forward or back, adjust the elbow, adjust your chin. Just looking for that sweet spot, that spot that just makes you, that's it. That's where I want to be. And breathe into it. And switch sides. Come all the way back up. Right hand onto the left knee. Inhale tall. Exhale and gently twist. twist you deeper. And release. Let's go ahead and find our way to tabletop position, that hands and knees position. So we want the knees directly below the hips, wrists directly below the shoulders. And we're going to find that breath and connect with that rhythm and allow the breath to move the body. So going into cat-cow breathing, as we inhale, we're going to arch the back, lifting the sit bones, lifting the chin. As we exhale, round the spine, tucking everything under. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, round and tuck. Again, inhale. Find your own natural breath rhythm and just really feel the marriage, that connection between the breath and the movement. Just complete the breath cycle you're currently on. Coming back to that neutral position, that tabletop position. Let's take the knees wide now and drop down, sitting onto the heels if that's available to you. Walking the hands forward, forehead to the floor, coming into child's pose. And we're going to take this opportunity as we're in this position to cultivate, to really feel a sense of gratitude. So even with everything that's going on in our world right now, identify those things that you feel deep gratitude for. They could be your family, friends, time at home, whatever it is. Just really feel grateful for that which you have in your life. Shh, come here. Come here. Come here. And even with his noisy screams, I am super grateful for my chief. And slide your hands back in front of the knees, using the arms for support. Roll the body up, vertebra by vertebra. And let's swing around. And let's go onto our backs now for some stretching of the hamstrings. So we're going to go all the way down to the back. You're going to extend that left leg out, or you can bend it if that's more comfortable. We're going to take the right leg straight up in the air, flex that right foot, and we're going to just use the arm or the hands either behind the thigh or the calf, or if it's available to you, you can grab that big toe with the peace fingers. And we're just going to bring the foot towards the right, or the toes towards the right shoulder. So flexing that foot, reaching those toes toward the right shoulder. We're going to make some subtle shifts throughout this time, hitting all three areas, the distinct areas in the hamstrings. So we're pulling those right toes toward the right shoulder. Continuing to watch the breath. So as we're moving the body, we're always coming back to the breath. We focus on the body to get it in position. We organize the body, and then we breathe. So what we're doing is just literally a moving meditation, always keeping the awareness on the breath, the sensations you feel in the body. And release out just a little ways. And now we're going to bring those toes toward the nose. So it's just a subtle shift. You'll feel a slight shift in the hamstrings. Breathing deep. By doing these stretches on our backs, we're protecting our low back and still getting a nice stretch in the back of the legs. And release. And now we're going to bring those toes toward the left shoulder. You might want to switch hands here. Again, we're not dropping it off to the side, but just bringing it to the left shoulder. Focusing on the 3 distinct areas of the hamstrings. Breathing here. Release. We're going to bend that left leg now. Take that right ankle, cross it over the left knee. Take the right hand, reach it through between the legs and grabbing either behind the left thigh or that left shin. Flexing both feet, pull the legs towards you. You can use that right elbow to push the knee away, taking it deeper, a little deeper hip opener here. Making sure to keep that foot flexed, or both feet flexed for that matter. Opening the knee, breathing into the hips. And release. Right leg goes to the floor, left leg goes up. Flex those toes, reach those left toes toward the left shoulder. Breathe here. And release. Toes come toward the nose, right down the center of the chest. Feeling the shift in the stretch. Continued awareness on the breath. And release. Now we're going to bring those left toes toward the right shoulder. Breathing here, keeping that foot flexed, toes reaching toward the shoulder. Release. Bend the right knee, cross that left ankle over the right knee. Left arm goes in between the legs, again either grabbing behind the thigh or the shin, flexing both feet and using that left elbow to push the knee out. Breathing into the hips. bring those knees into the armpits now. And we're going to take the arms, both arms go between the legs, reach around the outside of the feet and grab the outside of the feet for a happy baby pose. And just do whatever comes naturally. If you giggle, you giggle. This is my solution to world peace. I feel if every authority figure globally would do this pose before and after every meeting, we would have world peace for sure. Just massaging that back. Good. And release. Bring the knees into the chest. Arms out to the side, palms face down. Drop your knees to one side, eyes look to the opposite side. Find the breath in the spine. Feel those exhales, surrendering the body. And switch sides. Again, finding those exhales. Really let those exhales release any tension in the spine. And come back to center. And now if you've got a bolster or a blanket or pillow, just bring that. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to go into a supported bridge pose. So we're going to press the hips up, slide that bolster, pillow, or blanket, rolled up blanket underneath the tailbone. We want that spine just kind of waterfalling off of whatever is underneath you. If you feel any tension or pinching in the low back, slide that bolster down closer to the feet. We're going to just hang out here and take a few breaths here to start. And then slide the bolster just a little bit higher. Bring the legs straight up in the air. You just want to make sure you're on the bolster securely for a supported shoulder stand. Just kind of like legs up against the wall, but we don't have a wall. And you should be able to find a place where your legs are just suspended freely up in the air. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to just slowly lower those legs all the way to the floor. Again, if you need to readjust that bolster, if you feel any pinching or tension in the low back, go ahead and do that. You'll want to take the bolster towards the feet rather than higher up for now. Again, we want that spine just cascading off of the bolster. We're opening the lower psoas, the hip flexors here, countering all of the sitting and walking we do. I'm really, really adamant about opening the front side of the body. So this is our first opener, and then we're going to do one more really yummy one after this to help open the front side of the body, especially for those of us that sit at computers all the time. This is really good, and I highly recommend that you do this and the next one we're going to do on a regular basis at home. It's just a really nice, sweet, passive way to open up the front side of the body. take a deep breath in. Exhaling completely. Now we're going to bend those legs again. Press the hips up and slide that bolster towards the shoulders. And then just roll forward. We want to get those sit bones back on the ground. And then lay back down. So we do want the arms and shoulders and the head off of the bolster, opening the entire front side of the body. Arms are going to be outstretched. And I do encourage yummy noises in my classes. I can't hear you, but maybe your family can. They can think you're crazy, or they can also think, ooh, I want to do that. Either way. So yummy noises are encouraged. And take a deep breath in. Exhaling with an audible sigh. And gently bring yourself back up to a seated position with the legs crossed in front of you. And we're going to simply fold forward over the legs. And releasing back up. Let's switch how we have our legs crossed for balance. So whichever one was in front, flip that around and fold forward once again. And slowly roll yourself back up. And you can find your way back onto your backs for Shavasana. If you have that pillow, blanket, or bolster, you can put it underneath your knees for support. So onto your backs with the legs mat width apart, arms at your sides, palms face up. Just get nice and comfortable. And surrender to the earth. Feel the support of Mother Earth. Know that she's always there to support and nourish us and take care of us, no matter what's happening. Nature, Mother Earth, is always there to support us. So just find those exhales and surrender into the exhale.
breath to deepen. And gently begin to move and stretch the body in preparation for sitting up. And as you sit up, keep your eyes closed and the mind still. If you'd like to take the Purna Hridaya mudra once again, forming that heart over your heart center. I'm going to guide you through a meditation to help us through these times with the COVID-19. So finding the breath, noticing where the breath is in the body, noticing the movement of the body created by the breath. Just allow your mind's eye to scan through the body, noticing any sensations, noticing the body hopefully relaxed. Just noticing. And now I'd like to invite you to step back and become the witness, the observer, with continued awareness on the breath. Begin to observe any thoughts you may be having. Observe them with curiosity. Specifically, watch the thoughts concerning our current circumstances. Bring them to the foreground. Watch them created in the mind. Watch them creating emotions. Watch them creating beliefs about our current circumstances. With continued awareness on the breath, watch, observe. What is happening? Is there fear? On any level, fear is an emotion that exists solely to protect us from real or imagined harm. Welcome it and remain in the role of the observer, watching it. What happens when you feel fear in your body? Where does it reside? Breathe into this area. Feel it. Breathe. And now, honor the fear and release it. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Become the witness. Notice how the body responds to the breath. What other thoughts are you having about our current situation? Thoughts of possibility, thoughts of opportunity, thoughts of community, maybe thoughts of a new world. Bring these thoughts to the foreground. Watch them created in the mind. Watch them creating emotions. Watch them creating beliefs about our current circumstances. With continued awareness on the breath, watch, observe. What is happening? Where do you feel these thoughts and feelings in the body? Breathe into this area. Feel it. Breathe. And now, honor it. Release it. With continued awareness on the breath. Becoming the witness, the observer, we step away from the thoughts, the emotions, the beliefs. It is only now, in this moment, it is realized. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your beliefs. It is now, in this moment, it is realized. You are at choice. It is when we choose to allow fear to consume us, to control us, it is then when we suffer. During these times, I invite you to lean into a space of possibility, a space of compassion, a space of love. Who do you choose to be during these times? Take a deep breath in. Exhale completely. Another deep breath in. Exhaling completely. And now breathe in deeply through the nose and exhale with an audible sigh. When the ego weeps for that it has lost, the spirit rejoices for that which it has found. Eckhart Tolle. Bring the palms together before the heart center in Anjali Mudra. Breathe in, breathe out. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It has been so exciting. If you liked this and you haven't, go ahead and like my page. Comment below. Tell me how you thought of this. If you really liked it, leave a review on my page. And all of these videos will be available for use anytime, either on this page or on my YouTube channel, Kim Hess Yoga. So I want to thank you again. My heart is so filled with gratitude at being able to be here. Doing these videos makes me feel so not alone. And so thank you and have a great evening. Namaste, y'all.